Hey, happy Monday. All right, so we've got no John. He texted me yesterday. It was going to be too hot today, so he's staying down at the shore, the beach. We call it the shore, New Jersey. For some reason, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. So he is not going to be at the show. He might hopefully tune in. I don't know. Who knows? Uh, Robbie, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing fantastic. Fantastic. Is it? How hot is it up there? Because we're in a heat advisory. It is steaming this week here in Alabama.
So you first, because it is not unexpected because you do live in Alabama. So,
I do. I don't know. I know the heat index was like 102 or 103 or something today.
all right, the heat index, what is the actual air temperature?
Right now it is 91 degrees, which doesn't seem like
91.
it doesn't seem
That,
like that bad, but it's oppressive.
okay, no. I'm trying to make sure I got the official word from you before I answer. We are under what they're calling a heat dome. For once, they got it right. So, Robbie is in Alabama near Birmingham. Where you near?
The very top of Alabama.
Okay. It is Ed Weird. Happy. Oh, by the way, Ed Weird, happy birthday, buddy. Um, it is 97 in Michigan. It is actually 97 here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. The high today was 99. When I got in my car to go to lunch, the thermometer in my car, which obviously once I start driving begins to go down, but it was 106. It was reading when I got in my car and started it.
Ugh.
I dropped to about 96, 97 by the time I got to my destination, which is normal for my car. But yes, it is brutally high.
Yeah,
It is.
looking at a local weather station, it says it's 96. My computer says 91, but they say
All right.
96.
Well, I think it's. I was talking to a coworker earlier. He had a bunch of short boxes he had to move. One of my other coworkers, said, "Do you need help?" He said, "Sure." So they both went out. I called out and said, "I'm not helping. It's too hot out, man. I'm not doing it." It is brutal. It's stifling here. Over a good chunk of the country, as I understand it, something about a heat dome. I don't know. You got the nor'easters, you got the heat dome, you got what are the other ones? You got El Nino and La Nina. Is there a department in every weather channel or National Weather Service where there's one person who comes up with the names of all these things? The heat dome.
Probably. I want to be on the council that names hurricanes and stuff. That seems interesting.
Well, yeah, but you're stuck with a certain letter. You have to go in alphabetical order. So I guess it could be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
But
I just wonder what they do. Do they take a vote? Like, does everybody put some suggestions out? Is it just one person? I don't
I
know
have
the
no idea.
process.
I have no
I
idea.
assume it's like picking a new pope. It's probably something like that. Everybody's waiting for this
Conclave.
pope.
Every time there's a hurricane, they have a conclave. Pick a
Yes.
name. All right. So, how was your weekend, my man?
My weekend was good. It was chill and relaxing. I just spent time with family and friends. Had some good food, watched some good movies, went out for some good dinners. That's pretty much it. Not too much. A little bit of reading. Nothing
There
too
you go.
extravagant this weekend.
There you go. So, before the heat dome, it was still hot this weekend. Before the heat dome, I actually was at a tournament that I was working. I was supposed to be with my team, but somebody calls me and says, "Hey, we'll pay you to watch softball." I don't have a real problem with that. But the reason I bring it up, well, it was hot. Yesterday we got lucky, believe it or not. The inaccurate weather forecast had it at the beginning of our heat dome, if you will. So it was supposed to be in the mid 90s, not quite as bad. Alberto, what's going on? Not as bad as today is, but it was still supposed to be bad. And I knew I'd be outside most of the time. Okay, so what I do is I am a site director, which means I'm there to collect scores, report them to one central person so they can update the website so people know, especially with bracket play, where they are and people can check. Parents always want to check. Deal with the umpires who usually are not a problem. and any outline parents. So all in essence, it was 18U showcase, meaning that colleges were there to watch different players play, teams play. So by the time you get to 18s, it's not all the time, but most of the parents are pretty well controlled. They've been doing this long enough. They understand the rules of the game. You don't have parents putting up tents in the backstop because that part is cordoned off for the college coaches that come. So my daughter played in this. It's called the Power 24. It is one local to South Jersey. We've always gotten local colleges, that come no matter what. But this year, something different happened. So I don't know. So yeah, Rex holding back my kid. Yeah, right. So the nice thing about being site director is I'm not dealing with my own team. I'm dealing with belligerent parents, things like that. I worked the tournament back when there was COVID, and the tournament director had put flags where you couldn't sit beyond that, right, to keep people separated. I watched a dad actually pick the damn flag up and move it closer to the to home plate. I watched him do it. I go, you can't do that. He goes, do what? The guy actually looked me dead in the eye and lied. Says, do what? I said, you can't move the flag. He said, I didn't move the flag. I said, dude, I've been standing there for 5 minutes. I watched you pick that flag up out of the ground and move it. He goes, that wasn't me. I go, dude, really?
Never underestimate the power of denial.
I'm like, dude, pick up the flag, move it back, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave, and you're not going to be watching your daughter play. You're going to be standing in a parking lot, okay? These are one of the two things that are going to happen, because what if I don't? Then I'm forced to call the cops, and they will remove you. It's like, why are you arguing about this? Move the damn flag, bro. Because, what do you think? I'm not a bouncer. I'm going to call the cops, okay? The township cops are going to come, okay? Lights a siren, and all these families, including your daughter, are going to watch them drag your butt right out of this complex. Is that what you want? I mean, I don't want to do it, but if you don't move the damn flag, that's what's going to happen. So I swear, it's amazing some of the things that I've run into. No, Marcus, it was not a political flag. It was a political flag it was a flag, a small handwritten flag saying, don't sit beyond this point. That was it. He wanted to be closer to watch his kid play. So he felt he was too far away. So he figured, I'm such a genius. I'll pick the flag up and move it. We know where we put the flag, bro. And beyond that, I'm standing there watching you for 5 minutes. Oh, it's funny you should mention that, Marcus. So one common problem for newbie parents. So a showcase is so specifically for the college coaches to come out to the tournament and watch girls that have written them and so on and so forth. They have an interest in. So in the showcase tournament, if a college coach, so say somebody she wants to see or he or she wants to see, draws a walk. So in showcase ball, the college coach can request she bat again. So what we do is we put a pinch runner in at first to cover her, and she bats 2 times in a row. Okay. Marcus, give me a second. I'll address that as well, because that leads to my segue, because it was a very interesting weekend. So the rules don't really apply, okay, in that sense. So winning is always important, but it is not the primary goal. The primary goal is to have that college coach be able to observe. So one of the rules are in showcases is don't sit behind the dugout, because that's usually the area, and they usually have it roped off, that college coaches sit so they can see the game, see the batter up close. So we don't want parents there with their enormous tents and their coolers and their chairs all sprawled out. Those are the worst. Now, most parents understand that because, but I have actually gotten parents who've argued with me. I pay for this, and, the college coach can walk around. And I'm like, are you serious? I mean, I look at these parents, I go, are you serious? Because I'll tell you where the college coach is going to walk around. They're going to walk right back to their car, cross your daughter's name off the list, and go on to the next field. That's where they're going to walk to. Are you here to watch the game, or are you here to get your daughter recruited into a college of her choice, playing softball? It's amazing. So
I bet softball parents are the worst sometimes, man.
all you sports parents, I hear soccer is actually the worst.
Okay.
Like, yeah, soccer's gotten so bad that the players actually have photo IDs issued by whatever league that they play in. Yeah, it's that bad. Trying to play down fake an age has become a real thing in soccer. Um, but
That's
I
hilarious.
digress. I digress. The parents really get under my skin, as you can tell. But the reason I bring this up, not to belabor everyone in the group with yet another softball story, something very big happened that has not happened in my memory, and I've been involved in the sport in a long time. So this has grown to a point. This tournament. Usually we get schools in the Northeast, some prominent ones, but this is the first time we got about a ton of not only did Division One but Power Five schools. So, for example, I got to meet the coach from Alabama, okay, which is one ranked 14th in the nation last year. Oklahoma, which was in the World Series. Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, okay, big time schools. The reason I bring that up is it's a very big thing because now all of a sudden these coaches you would never see anywhere but at tournaments in the South, in the West, like California, places like that, places where they can play outside year round because that was where the talent was. But now, for the first time, we're starting to see these Power Five Division One coaches come to the Northeast, which is a big thing. They recognize there is talent here. There's a girl that used to be a Mystic, then she went to a couple of national teams. One team that is what they call true national, Bat Busters, so she can play in something called the PGF in California. She is an incoming freshman at Oklahoma, OSU. That is very big for us. It is one of the first. I personally know her and her family. I knew her since she was 10U. When I met her first time and her parents, and it's to us it's a really big thing that she's going to Oklahoma to play. That is
awesome,
that is one of your top five D1 schools, definitely Power Five. So very excited. So most of my weekend was doing that, and watching some real quality softball because these are girls that if you got Division One Power Five schools coming out. So that is my big weekend. It was kind of hot. They sent me some alternate fields the first 2 days with a small number of teams. I didn't get the Power Five coaches that at the fields I was working, but the last day I was at the main field working. So that was really cool. So anyway, yes, that was my weekend. It wasn't too bad. Today I would have melted. If I had to be out there today is just stifling. It is stifling hot.
Hot across most of the country, man. It's gonna be one of those weeks, man.
Well, hopefully. Thanks, Preston. So do you want to hear my food story? So the reason I like the main field, because that is the Mystics' home field. So when I work tournaments there, I work with the guy who does the field and handles the facility. He works for the township. So he gets me free food at concessions during the day. So
Sweet.
I love, right? So I don't have to pay for food, none of that. Have my pork roll, egg and cheese for breakfast, a cheeseburger for lunch, So there's my food story. Sorry, John's not here. That's the best I can do. So Robbie, what is the movie night?
We're still in Crew's Choice, and our buddy Link has picked a movie called Bad Times at the El Royale. It's directed by Drew Goddard, who is the guy who did Cabin in the Woods. I'm a big fan of that movie, but it's got a stacked cast. Louis Pullman, Chris Hemsworth, John Hamm, Dakota Johnson, Jeff Bridges. So many people in this movie. It's an ensemble piece. It's a really cool movie. It came out in 2018. I had never even heard of it, but this is a very much it's definitely an underrated film for certain.
When you started with Bad Times, I'm thinking Bad Times at Ridgemont High was what you're doing tonight.
That's Fast Times.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is Fast Times. So
which we've never done Fast Times. So it's about there's a hotel that's right on the border of Nevada and California. So like half the hotels in Nevada, half's in California, and
Right.
nobody's at this hotel, and all these people show up all at the same time to get checked into this hotel, and it's about the mystery of who these people are. Not everybody is who they appear to be. So it's a little bit crime fiction-y, and it plays with like a non-linear kind of form of the narrative at times. So it kind of, it's not exactly like Pulp Fiction, but it like goes kind of back and forth and overlaps scenes. It's really cool. There's something nefarious about this hotel, and something, everybody's got a secret, including the hotel. And it gets revealed over the course of the movie. It's like a 2.5 hour movie though. It's pretty long, but it's pretty good. So it should be a cool conversation. Most of us have never even heard of it. So it's going to be a great one.
Interesting. All right, cool. So tune in for Robbie, 9 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, and I guess that's 6 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, sir. All right, so that is on PCP, so check it out if you had time. All right, so tonight we're going to do something. Well, I brought more blanks in because we had some buyers, so I brought a ton of them, all kinds. And the giveaway. All right, so this is interesting. So I missed them, but our buddy Ron came in on Friday, I think. So I was off that day. And he brought a gift to give away. It is not comics. Amy, you want to tell him what it is?
You guys aren't going to believe this. Hi, Robbie.
Hi, Amy.
So Ron stopped by on Friday, and he gave... Now, I got a set, Rex got a set, John got a set, Nick got a set. It's fragrances.
There you go. So we have 3 bottles. So we giving away all 3 or just one?
Yeah, like it's a set, so it's 3
set.
different ones.
Okay, so we are giving away all 3. So we will do. So Jay, at the end when we spin the wheel, we're going to spin it twice.
But yeah, but here's the thing though, Ron goes to, he was talking about there's actually like these clubs and stuff that actually make their own fragrances. So he actually made these himself.
Okay, so he doesn't actually do this for a living.
But
it's a hobby.
I get.
Is that
I
why
wish he was here because he could explain it way better than I could. Say that again.
I said so that's why he's not watching the show. He's going to these clubs and making fragrances.
He works out a lot more.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so.
But it was a very generous gift that he gave to all of us. It was incredibly one of the craziest things I know I've ever received. I was like,
and he's now giving one to you guys.
So yeah, so he thought he gave us a bunch of extras. So he says, "Oh, use them for giveaways." So, and they're all named they're all Ron's personal brand, even though it's not really official, but it's House of Mystery. And this one's called Winds of Change. This is Black Magic and Crossroads. So very unique. So I don't know where else you're going to get custom
Jay,
made
I think Robbie's name should be entered this time.
What was the conversation where you guys were talking about smelling somebody? Am I crazy?
No, you are not.
It was Jack White.
Yeah. Robbie should be entered into the drawing tonight because how a person smells is very important to Robbie.
Well, it should be important to you too, man. Because if they smell bad, you don't want to be near that person, you know. And all I'm trying to say is Jack White is a good smelling man. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right. Well, so if you win this, you meet Robbie at a con, you don't have to worry about not smelling good. Because then Robbie will go the other way.
It's true.
All right. But what was that conversation originally?
So
Robbie met somebody and you smelled him, and
Jack White sat in front of me at a Weezer concert, and I mentioned that he smelled really good because he was wearing a very
Rex thought it was weird.
Yeah. As if I went up and just, and that's not what it did. He was just wearing a very strong cologne that was obvious to smell. Anyway.
I just thought it was kind of an odd thing to mention. That's all.
And years later, we're still talking about it.
Yes, we are. Tacoma, what's up, buddy?
But but whoever gets these, you're very lucky because they all smell great. Like, I got a Crossroads, but I also got one called Original Sin, and like peach pomegranate, something like that. But it's really, really nice. So if Ron, whenever you watch this, thank you again, and I can't wait to see.
So Ron, very generous. We appreciate it. But I gotta be honest. When you texted me, I'm like, oh, cool, right?
You wanted another whiskey bottle, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of did. So you kind of got me all excited. So I'm like, I opened up the little felt bag. I'm like, oh, it's all right. Little airplane bottle samples. I'm good with that. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is not alcohol. This is like cologne or something. So I got to admit, there was a moment of disappointment.
Did you notice it wasn't alcohol after you had drinking it, Rex? You just like open it up.
No.
You don't have a drinking problem, do you, Rex?
No, not when I'm at work.
Just asking. Because you wanted it to be alcohol so badly.
I think Amy was disappointed, at my response, because she obviously was very excited by this gift.
Who gets this? Custom made. Yes, after taking a class, but I'm like, I gotta look this up.
Are you sure you don't want to open it up out of a little bubble bag and hold it up to the camera for all to see?
If you guys want that, I'll do that. While I'm here, anyone fill out their forms yet?
I swear,
so I can say that?
I have never seen, Amy so excited about anything ever.
It just was such a surprise.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful surprise.
Listen, I think Ron is a great guy. I love Ron. I appreciate that he gave me this gift. I still haven't sent him an email today. Thank you. I forgot. All right. Well, hopefully he tuned in, but he's probably working out. But maybe it's too hot to work out.
Maybe it is.
Maybe he'll join us later. I will thank him if he's in the room. Otherwise, got to remind me tomorrow. I got to send him an email today. Just got out of control.
Are we going to gloss over the fact that Rex thought that might have been a travel size bottle of alcohol?
Why would we
Look how big that bottle is, travel size.
Well, they sell those. I thought maybe he wanted to give me a sampling of different types that he got. I don't know. Okay, the bourbon he bought for me was a distillery that was local to his house, somewhere where he lives. So I thought that was interesting. It was pretty good too. I like that. All right, Marcus. I don't mean travelizing. I'm taking
class for these. You can make your own fragrance. I didn't know there was classes for those.
Now you do.
So
I can guarantee you, there's so many things that I would like to do in my life. That's probably not one of them. Sorry.
Anyway, I hope you guys have a great show tonight.
I did.
Please like, please share, please fill out your forms. And again, congrats to whoever wins these. They're great.
I got to figure out how to ship them so they don't break. I have to ask the guys in the back. All right. Thank you, Amy. So that was the lovely Amy. I felt like it was The Price is Right. She's showing off one of the prizes you're going to win. So it's weird. I did get your email. I didn't get a chance to address it today. But don't worry about it. We will get you the right book out. Don't worry about that. I just got to get the wheels in motion. But you are going to get the right book. Don't worry about it. All right. So that is the giveaway. That is one of the giveaways of the night. All right. And the hashtag, as always, will be #EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right. So the giveaway from us here at DF is FF number 587, signed by Rick Magar. All right. Comic Book Community Awards. Is that the one that you always win, Robbie?
I don't always win it. I didn't win any last year, but yeah, that's them.
All right. You didn't win any last year. Maybe you should write an email to these guys.
But yeah, everybody can go nominate right now at cbcawards.org.
All right. So let's do shout outs. All right. We got a full room. Yeah. So I brought back the blanks since we had some interest, and I brought back a whole bunch, all different types. All right, so Preston in the house, easy go lucky. What's going on, buddy? Barlord, and Weird, of course. Happy birthday again. Let's see who else. Marcus, as always. And Weird. I said hello. Let's see who else is here. Triple B, what's going on, bud? Preston, of course. And did I miss anyone? I don't think. CJ, what's up, buddy? Let's see. All right, let's see. Mike Asbill, Alberto. All right. Let's see. I think I got everyone. Kenneth Bird, what's going on? Canadian, what's happening, buddy? Lorena, nice to see you in the room. Murdoch, thanks for joining us. Tacoma. Oh, so Tacoma. No problem, buddy. I'm glad to hear you're back. I'm glad. No, I haven't forgotten about you, Tacoma. I saw your original post there. I just didn't get to it. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad the surgeries, all that stuff. I know you had some health issues you were dealing with, so I'm really glad. Anytime you're ready, tell me which medals you want, are interested in. Perfect, Tacoma. No worries. All right, and we'll get that squared away from you. Buy them one at a time.
I was told that
what?
While there's 30 people watching, there's only 24 likes. That math doesn't add up. I was asked to do that, but still, please.
Do you know there are places you can go to make your own fragrance now?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not making fun. Well, I sort of am. Because
Robbie, he's making fun of me, right?
Because I enjoy it. I don't know.
Should I cut the camera off?
Rex doesn't like other people to be happy and experience joy. So,
okay, heel Robbie.
It's the way that he fills the black hole inside of his soul.
Steve, what's happening, bud? All right, but
thank you again for your time.
Yeah, so Amy's right. The math ain't mathing. All right, so I think I got Tacoma. I am really glad you're back, buddy. I'm glad you're feeling better. So yeah, you have to send me an email. Let me know what's been happening. So John Stout was here too, I think. Let's see. All right. So did I miss anyone? Stevie B, what's happening, buddy? Let's see. I think I got everyone. Mr. Nope, what's happening? All right. So I think I got everyone. All right, cool. All right. So the giveaway, of course, is the FF587 signed by Rick Magar. The hashtag for this and the cologne fragrances gifted to us by our buddy Ron Shepard. It was nice to him to visit on Friday. Once again, I missed him. I'm sorry about that. I did want to meet him, but I found out he was coming after I'd taken the days off. So next time. And as always, if you're going to be in the area, so we are local to the Philly area, let me know. Love to meet a lot of these people. That's what I said, Magyar. Is that what I said?
No, y'all are saying Magar.
Oh, you know why? Because I spelled it wrong. That's why. My bad. Sorry. But yeah, so please let us know. Be awesome to meet. I've met quite a few. I've met Ron. I've met Big John Spilios, Lars Man, who we haven't seen in a room in quite some time. I know that he travels a lot for work. Who else have I met? Yeah, I feel like Travis, of course, when he was down this way, that was cool. Meeting Travis from Comics with Bueller. But Robbie, I have still not met in person. It's not happened yet. So
Nope.
one of these days, definitely.
That's right. Rex has not gotten the sniff test yet.
Hey, you know what? Maybe the coach from Alabama will call me for help, and I'll have a reason to go.
And I'll shake your hand and be like,
It was weird. It was weird for me because you had players and parents wanting to take a picture. He was like a real celebrity in this world. You know, we don't usually have parents and players wanting to take a picture with the college coach. Well, the players sometimes because they're hoping to get recruited there. But I mean, the guy was like a celebrity, you know, in this area. So that was kind of cool. All right,
it's pretty dope, man.
What's that?
So that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was happy to see the girls in the Northeast get the recognition they deserve. You know. So, all right. So, let's see.
I think we're 10 minutes past our break time.
Oh my God! Yes. I'm sorry, Jay. You should have given me a heads up. You know me. All right. So we're gonna take our first break. And then we'll be right back, and we will get started with the sketch covers, as always. And then we'll move on to the blank books. And I have one best offer surprise at the end. Okay. So hang out. We're having fun. We'll be right back.
Symphonic verses. Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness. Dreaming death by sleep.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great, thanks.
We're back. Hey, Owen, thanks for joining us. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first up, as always, Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, so $40 retail or higher, and as always, we got it for $5. Then the best value we've probably ever had, the DF Mystery Box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 Sign, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. You can't beat that. With 2 CGC 9.8s, there's no way you can beat that price. All right, so on to sketch covers. Amazing Spider-Man: The Blood Hunt #1 with Carousel cover sketch or cover. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got it for $65. Then I really like this one. Carl C.K. Kent. He hasn't really picked up with the group yet, but I see him taking a path just like Jessica Court. X-Men #1 with Juggernaut cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got this one for $65.
Yeah, this one's dope. I love it. You know, the overhead shot, seeing his footprints stomping in the concrete. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I like his style. I just like, you know, it's different from Jessica. It's different from Ken Hazer, but it's got its own unique look to it. Different from Tony Scott. So there you go. All right. So then we have Savage Wolverine with Elektra cover sketch by Jessica Court. This one's banging. She just seems to get better and better with time. And she was pretty good when we first introduced her here on the show. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got this one for $65. If you buy 2 or more sketch covers, I'll do them for $60, just like I have the last few months. Okay, what were you gonna say, Robbie?
I was gonna say this one's such a great cover, and with the way the earrings kind of like glowing like that, giving me a little bit of Jim and the Hologram vibes.
Yep, I was surprised the Mary Jane didn't sell, but actually I think Ron picked it up when he was here.
Nice.
All right, then we have Batman, Catwoman, The Gotham War #1 with Batgirl cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got this one for $65. And then Tony Scott, another one of my favorites. Flash #1 facsimile with Reverse Flash cover sketch by Tony Scott. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got this one for $65.
Yeah, this one's really good. It's got a nice sense of movement about it with those speed lines and the blur effect. It's really cool stuff.
And you have She Must Have Done Too, Alberto. Yeah. This one I like because of you look at his face and he's got that sinister kind of smile, kind of like the Court one that was a headshot.
Yeah, I remember that. So
yeah, Alberto, apparently there were 2 because I have another one that I physically pulled. So, all right. So then we have Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 with Superman and Supergirl cover sketch by Tracy Medina. Scheduled retail $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Recreating that iconic moment from Crisis on Infinite Earths, the death of Supergirl.
All right, and then we got a couple of Ken Hazers. I think I've brought them on before. Dazzler #1 with Dazzler cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Always clean and absolutely, accurate is our buddy Ken. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Talk about Jim and the Hologram vibes. There you go, right there.
And remember, 2 or more sketch covers you buy, and I will do them at $60 a piece. All right, and then this one I know as the movie gets closer, I thought I'd bring it back. Justice League #1 with Crypto cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Look how cute Crypto looks. He's a good.
All right, so let's do a quick Rex cap of the sketch covers, and then we'll get started on the blanks. All right. So Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt #1 with Carousel cover. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have that for $65. Then we have X-Men #1 with Juggernaut cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. And then we have Savage Wolverine with Elektra cover sketch by Jessica Court. I thought it looked familiar, so that's a good point. You brought it up, Alberto. Let's see. All right. So let's see. Stevie B. All right. So then we have Batman Catwoman, the Gotham War #1 with Batgirl cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Di Caesar. MSRP of $149.99. And we've got this one for $65. Then Flash #1 facsimile with Reverse Flash cover sketch by Tony Scott. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 with Superman and Supergirl cover sketch by Tracy Medina. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this for $65. Too funny. Let's see. All right. So then we have Dazzler #1 with Dazzler cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have that one for $65. And then finally, Justice League #1 with Crypto cover sketch by Ken Hazer. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right. So that is sketch covers. No, nothing. All right, no worries. I'll send an email to Ron, see if there's anything he likes on this one. Not too late though. So let's see. Is it break time already? All right. I don't want Jay to get mad and me be late a second time. So we're gonna go to break. We'll be back, and I will do all the blanks. And we've got a ton of them. Marvel, DC, and some ones that are like apparently in high demand too. Like there's a Star Wars Princess Leia, there's a Black Cat, and these for some reason are very high demand. Prices are actually not at cover, believe it or not. And weird, right? All right, so hang out. We'll be right back, and we will do the blanks.
Order Battle Quest comics at your local comic shop today. Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's Sketch Up with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on the
And
shadow.
they're sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
Sketch Up with Mog and Mel, Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
All right, we're back. All right, so we do not have spawn blanks tonight, but if there's anything you're looking for, hit submission form, email me if you have my email, and I will look for you. If we have it, I will. It's, of course, it's yours. All right, so here we go. First one up is Walking Dead number 150. It's the blank. This one we've got for $5.
You can take this to an artist, have them do a zombie, something like that, a zombie version of your favorite character.
Yeah, don't send to Robbie. You'll never get it back.
I'm working on them right now.
Which has gone longer than the joke about you smelling, who'd you see?
Jack White.
There you go. All right. So next up, we have Lord of the Jungle number 1 blank cover. Got this one for $4.
See, on this one, you could take it. You can obviously get a Tarzan sketch from somebody, maybe Jane, a sexy Jane. Or if you want, you could even do George of the Jungle. It's up to you. Buy it. The artist, pay them. They'll do it.
And if you want to try commission with one of the artists that we have with DF Dynamite, let me know. I can always make the request. All right. So then our first Marvel X-Men number 1.
This one I like because the logo's at the bottom. You don't typically see that on a lot of blank covers.
Yeah, and I didn't know this before because I've seen the ones that have been drawn on by like Hazer and other artists that we have Dynamite. But I didn't know this was printed on, which I thought was interesting. So I always thought the artist did this part, but they did not. The blood stain is actually part of the print.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
This is the run that's part of the Curse of the Mutants or whatever. It was like a vampire X-Men centric event, had Blade in it. It was pretty cool, pretty nifty.
Yeah, I didn't realize that part was part of the print.
That's the same with that Elektra that we have, right? The blood stain is on the actual cover, I think, on the Savage Wolverine. I think so.
All right. So then we've got Betty Boop number 1 blank.
This is cool because this isn't a common blank cover, at all. This isn't a common blank cover to find as Betty Boop. Like, that's super cool. There are a lot of Betty Boop fans out there.
Let me make a note. They're easy. All right. So then we have Savage Tales one-shot blank cover.
This is a great blank because you can get a plethora.
Yeah, Preston, yeah, correct. I would have to ask the particular artist if you don't care which artist, but you want a specific character. I can do that. I can ask the specific artist, but obviously. But yes, absolutely, Preston.
CJ, that's a great idea. You should get the Betty Boop blank and do a Betty White as Betty Boop. That's what you should do, CJ.
Well, CJ can do it himself. All right.
That's what I'm saying. He should get the blank so he could do the Betty White, Betty Boop.
All right. Then Corey, what's up, buddy? Then Invincible Red Sonia, number 1 blank. And we have this one for $5. All right, CB. Enjoy, buddy. Sounds like you're on vacation right now. So have fun, buddy.
Living the life.
Living the life. Hopefully by beach town somewhere. Because anywhere else, you're baking today. All right. Then we have a ROM number 1 blank. I got this one for $5.
You don't see a lot of ROM blanks out there too, you know. That's super cool.
All right, Preston is claiming a Red Sonia. Gotcha, Preston.
And there's one thing I've learned very recently because they just came out. Marvel just came out with the Marvel Legends ROM action figure, and Marvel just released the Epic collection of ROM Volume 1, like the first 20 issues or something. I keep selling out of those things. There's there's a rabid ROM fan base. Mr. Easy Go Lucky is a part of it, apparently.
All right, gotcha, Easy. You're good. All right. Then we have the Flash Gordon number 1 blank. And I've got this for $3.
You said it wrong, Rex. You're supposed to go Flash. Ah! That's what you're supposed to do.
I can't sing like Freddie. No way. Not even close.
You can.
All right. All right. So I got easy for the ROM blank. All right. Next up, I thought this was neat. The 11th Doctor Who number 1 blank cover. And I've got this for $5 as well.
Very cool. Still a lot of Doctor Who heads out there. Whovians, I guess they're called. Here's a question real quick. I want to ask the question. I want to ask this question to you, Rex, and of course to the chat. What's the better Queen movie soundtrack? Highlander or Flash Gordon? I'm going to go with Highlander just because of Princes of the Universe. That song alone for me. But there you go.
You know what? They're different. You know, Flash Gordon had kind of a whimsical feel to it, the music. You know what I mean? But I like the Highlander track as well. You know? So I have to say I like them both, but they are different.
Yeah,
you know, Flash, because the movie was kind of whimsical, so it kind of makes sense.
Your son's calling to answer the question. I wonder what he
No. I got to tell you guys. So I think I told you before. I tried to do a roof calculator, and it turned out to be nothing but a lead generator. So they've been calling me nonstop, and I have been blocking every number that comes across. Who would have thought in a state this small, there would be that many roofing companies? My God. All right. Tracy Medina, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, Tracy's a Whovian. That's cool.
And since Robbie asked, Rex, you have to give a definitive answer. You can't sit on the fence. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I can. I want to. I'm going to. Stop me if you can.
That's fine. If you want to look like a wuss, that's fine.
I'm a huge Queen fan, dude. So I like them both. All right. So here we go.
Who would have thought Rex's son is a roofer?
Marcus, he gets something he gets something in his head. It's like a dog with a bone. He's never gonna let it go. The copper toe didn't go away. Cornelius didn't go away. The Rex's son thing didn't go away. All right. So then we got Green Lantern number 1 blank cover sketch, or blank cover rather. You put a sketch on, and I've got this one for $5 as well.
What's even cooler about this one is this is one of the Grant Morrison issues. Really great stuff here.
All right. Then we have Action Comics number 1000 blank. And I've got that one for $5 as well.
Very cool. 80-page giant for $5. That's worth it alone.
There you go. All right. And then we got G.I. Joe number 7. And we've got that one for $5. Let's see. And then I have some that are not on the list that are last minute add-ons. So we'll do that. I'll have to hold them up, but it's blank. So, the quality is, going to be okay. But we're going to see other than the trade dress. All right. Next up, we got the Shadow and Batman number 1 blank cover sketch. The Dynamite DC crossover. I've got that for $5. All right. And then we got Thundercats Lost number 1. It's the blue blank cover. I've got that for $5. All right. Then we have Darkwing Duck number 1. It's a purple blank cover. And I've got that for $5 as well.
Very cool. And that's the latest series right there, too. So if you missed out on the number 1, it's a good way to get it.
All right. So let's look at these that came last minute. I have a few of these. So Black Cat number 1. And this one is in high demand. So I have, looks like I have 5 of them. All right. This one is, believe it or not, 30. That's how high demand it is. Another one that apparently is in high demand. Star Wars Princess Leia, number 1. This one I got for $10.
I can see why these ones are in high demand. I mean, Black Cat, that's obvious. Princess Leia, but there's a lot of slave Leias commissioned for those.
All right. I think I had one last show. Here's some more. Jeff the Land Shark. A video game character that has grown in popularity like nobody's business. This one I have for $5. And if you buy more than one, I might be able to do a deal sometime. So let me know.
Rex can do a bundle deal.
Which brings me, I do have a bundle deal. 2 of them tonight. Mystery bundle. All right. We'll get that in a minute. All right. So we'll do, and you know what? We'll do a full Rex cap towards the end. But, what was that? What was it? I can ask you, Robbie. So when's the next con for you?
The next con I plan on going to is going to be Scarefest in October. That's the horror con I go to each year. They have a banging lineup already, including Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp, the stars of Nightmare on Elm Street. They've got Bruce Abbott and Jeffrey Combs, the stars of Reanimator. So I'm very, very excited. Lots of cool people I have not met and a bunch of people that I have met. But you know me, I love my horror movies. There is Memphis Comic Expo, I think is before that. I might go to that one. It's got a decent enough lineup. They had some jerk named Mark Spears there, but he had to cancel. So, yeah. But
so
I can't even remember who's supposed to be there, actually.
How far a drive is that, Memphis, from where you are?
Memphis is like a 3.5 hour drive for me.
Bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
At all.
It's not too bad. And the Scarefest is in Lexington, Kentucky. That's about a 5 to 6 hour drive.
So I may have asked you this before, but have you ever been to Graceland?
I've never been to Graceland, no.
And you're only 3 hours away?
Yeah. I was,
Hey, Phil.
There's the saying that there's 2 types of people in the world. There are Elvis people and Beatles people. I guess I was always more of a Beatles person. So I never really super got into Elvis until kind of recently. His Christmas album.
Corey is not a fan of Lexington.
Okay. Oh yeah, Memphis has got a good guest list. They got Kevin Eastman, who I've met a few times, James Robinson, Greg Land, Todd Knock, Amy Chu, Dan Parent, he's always there, Maria Wolf, Scott Collins. So far, a pretty decent guest list for Memphis.
So Corey has a question.
How far am I from Decatur? From Decatur, Alabama, to like 20 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's close. All right.
Yeah.
Brian, what's going on, buddy? So, yeah, Robbie, I'm not sure, I don't want to say I'm a real Elvis kind of person. I'm more of a Beatles person, but if I lived 3 hours away from Graceland, I would go. I mean, the man was an icon in his time, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'd much rather go to the Spam Museum up in Minnesota or whatever, Rex.
But it's not 3 hours from where you live.
Yeah, but I'd much rather drive the 8 or 10 hours or whatever it is to get there.
It's probably more than that.
You've been to Graceland?
No, I have not.
I mean, what is it? You just go and like see this house and be like, yo, this is where Elvis used to drink milkshakes.
I'm older than you are, so my mom was a big Elvis fan. I watched his really bad movies because my mom would want to watch his really bad movies. And when I was growing up, people didn't have multiple TVs in their house. They had one. It was in the living room. And, you watch one thing. And you had 6 channels, maybe, on any given day. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go to Graceland, but I don't know what
just seems so close to you,
Yeah.
It's like I'm 3 hours from Washington. I used to live there, but you would do the things that you would do if it was someplace fairly close. You go to the Smithsonian, you go to the Washington Monument, those types of things. The Mustard Museum in Wisconsin. Adrian, what's up, buddy? All right. So, with more people in the house, let's do a full Rex cap, starting from the top. All right. Oh, the giveaway of the night is Fantastic Four number 587, signed by Rick Magyar. Hashtag is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. And the second giveaway of the night is a gift from our buddy Ron Shepard. Well, I used to live down that way, CJ, so I managed to get to all of them. It is cologne made by Ron. Okay, if Amy comes back in, she'll give you the detailed description of what that's about. All right, so that is here, a set of 3, crafted by Ron. So thank you, Ron. I don't think he's in the room, but we appreciate you giving a gift to the group and something that was meaningful, I guess, because he made himself and he's thinking about us. So apparently he gave one to me, one set, one to Amy, and one to Nick when he was here Friday. All right. So then, as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, $40 retail value. And as always, CIB, what's going on, buddy? And we got it for $5. Then we have DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. And I got to tell you, this is the best deal we've ever had. $85 for 2 CGC 9.8s. Think about that one. Not including the rest of the books you're going to get. All right, sketch covers. Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt #1 with Carousel cover sketch, or cover rather, not a sketch. Sketch at retail $149.99, and we've got this one for $65. Then X-Men #1 with Juggernaut, cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. MSRP of $149.99. And we've got this one for $65. Then we have Savage Wolverine #1 with Elektra, cover sketch by Jessica Court. MSRP of $149.99. And we have this one. Make two. What's up? We have this for $65. And if you buy two or more sketch covers tonight, I will give it to you for $60 a piece. Then we have Batman and Catwoman, the Gotham War #1 with Batgirl cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariana Caesar. It's just a retail of $149.99, and we have for $65. What's up, TJ? How you doing, buddy? Then we have Flash #1 facsimile with reverse Flash cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 with Superman and Supergirl cover sketch by Tracy Medina, who is in the house. What's going on, Tracy? It's just a retail of $149.99, and we've got that for $65. Then we have Dazzler #1 with Dazzler cover sketch by Ken Hazer. MSRP of $149.99, and we've got this one for $65. And then Justice League #1 with Crypto cover sketch by Ken Hazer. MSRP of $149.99. And you have this for $65. Ed Weird. All right. And then we did a bunch of blanks. All right. Walking Dead #150 blank cover. Got this for $5, and I have two of them. Then we have Lord of the Jungle #1 blank cover sketch. And we've got this one for $4. Then we've got Betty Boop. Oh, wait. X-Men #1 blank cover. Easy took one, but I have two more available. And we have them at $5. Then we've got Betty Boop #1 blank cover. And we've got this one for $5. Then Savage Tales one-shot blank cover. And we've got this one for $5. Then we have Flash Gordon #1 blank cover. Got this one for $3. Then Doctor Who #1 blank. Got that for $5. Then I've got Green Lantern #1 blank cover. And I've got this for $5 as well. TJ. All right. Then we have Action Comics #1000 blank cover. Got that for $5. And the Green Lantern, I have 2. The Doctor Who, I have 3. All right. So then I got G.I. Joe #7 blank cover. And I've got that one for $5. And then the Shadow and Batman #1, the Dynamite DC crossover. And I got this in a blank cover. Got that for $5. Then I've got Thundercats Lost #1. It's the blue blank. And I've got 2 of those, and we have that for $5. And then we have Darkwing Duck #1, purple blank. And I've got that one for $5. All right, so then some last minute add-ins. High demand Black Cat #1 blank. And I've got this one for $30. Star Wars Princess Leia blank. I've got this for 10. Then, of course, Jeff the Land Shark. And I've got this for 5. All right. So that is the Rex cap. And
yeah, Marcus, that Action Comics 1000 is below cover price.
There you go. Thank you for pointing that out. All right. So, you know what?
By the way, Rex, $50 for a ticket to Graceland. If I'm in Memphis and I got 50 extra bucks, I'm going to go get some barbecue, man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some soul food.
Fair enough. You can
get VIP experiences for $250 with a meal. What's the meal, I wonder? I wonder if you're going to get one of those peanut butter and banana and bacon sandwiches. Wouldn't that be cool?
I didn't realize it was $50 because I haven't been to Memphis. I don't think I've ever been to Memphis.
It seems like the biggest tour. I mean, the biggest draw there is people like to see. They have like his automobiles there, like his cars and stuff. So that seems cool. Bunch of outfits, things like that.
I have been to Nashville and I have been to Chattanooga, believe it or not, for business. But both trips were so short and Memphis is a little ways away from Nashville, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Memphis is like in the very corner of the southeastern part or southwestern part of the state.
Yeah, so
it's a little
wasn't
further. Nashville's only Nashville's 2 hours away from me. If you're ever in Nashville again, go to the Parthenon. It's like a recreation of the Parthenon. It's pretty dope. They actually used it in the movie Nashville.
When I was there was a part of town with a lot of bars and music.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that area of town?
I don't know, but it's basically like a street. Is it Broadway or something like that? But that's where Bridgestone Arena is, and there's tons of famous bars that a lot of people used to play at and stuff. You got the Ryman there. I've seen Noel Gallagher and Ben Folds at the Ryman, which is the old like the old Opry House or whatever. Nashville's got some cool stuff. It's a cool place to go and party too. If you want to go and walk the strip, walk the street, have some drinks. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. Music Row, TJ says. Yeah, it was it seemed like there was no car traffic in that area between, on the streets, between bars, people just walking around, popping into a bar here, popping into a bar there.
And they all got music. They all got music, They do. Yeah, the Parthenon is awesome, Mr. Nope. It's dope.
So we did have an opportunity to play a tournament there, but we were with 12s. And as much as I love Nashville and want to show my daughter the town, I felt like it wasn't really a place for 12-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah.
They're not going to the bars to listen to music, that kind of thing. So I wanted to make sure we were going to a tournament that was a little bit more central for the kids, things that they could do. So usually it would be a beach town like Gulf Shores when we went there. Myrtle Beach, and I realized the parents, the families, they're spending so much time and money on softball. This is their summer vacation. So, we have teams that go to Ohio. Nothing gets to the great state of Ohio. I don't want to piss off Kyle, but, I wouldn't take us to a national tournament in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, I hate that distance. It's, do you drive or do you fly? It's that kind of distance. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really a vacation destination, if you will. And I hate to do that to the families because usually they had little siblings in tow. So I wanted to pick someplace that you would pick to go on vacation. And there are enough tournaments there, like Gulf Shores, which to this day I thought was a fantastic trip. It's so much fun there.
You just like them Red Hots or those shrimps or whatever the heck they were.
Royal Reds.
Royal Reds. There you go.
So they were prawn. So the difference between prawn and shrimp, prawn is freshwater and shrimp is saltwater.
Oh, okay.
They were huge. I mean, they were and they tasted like little lobsters. It was awesome. But no, it was a whole area. I remember going. First of all, the guy who had, usually I book all the travel arrangements and, I put it on my own credit card and then the team reimbursed me. So this time, for some reason, the head of our organization, my friend, said, I'll take care of the arrangements for you. And he got like Vacasa was the name of the place. It's kind of like a vacation Airbnb. Okay, but it's like everywhere in your area or down by Gulf Shores. It's called Vacasa, yeah. So he got us for a week a condo on the Gulf side. Okay, no idea what it was like. Drove up to it. It was pretty late. It was awesome, dude. We were on the Gulf side, so you could just walk to the beach. We had a little balcony, which was nice. It overlooked the water. It was 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, had a kitchen. I bought all this food I ended up having to throw out. Made 2. All right, you got it, buddy. Let's see. Princess Leia, the X-Men blank, you got it, buddy. All right, hold on. Let me go back and get make 2 down. But let's see. Okay, so you want an X-Men. Make 2. And you want a Princess Leia. All right, and put that here. Let me write it down.
Wouldn't Cooperstown be north of you, Rex?
New York?
Yeah, Cooperstown, where the
Yes.
Baseball Hall of Fame
Yes.
is. Yeah. So that's not on your way to Ohio, right? So
No, well, it can be, but you have to go out of the way. It's not on a direct route. No.
have you been there?
Direct-
I'm going to New York at the end of August.
have
and
been.
That's one of the
Yes,
things
I
I'm
have
thinking about doing is renting a car just to drive to Cooperstown for a day.
Yes, I have been. If you are a baseball fan, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I really want to go. I'll be in New York, and the time I'm in New York, the Yankees will not be there. But we do have tickets to go to a tour of Yankee Stadium. So at least we're doing the tour. But
Good. Yeah, you should. Yeah, if you're going to be in New York's 2 hours away from us. So just saying.
yeah, I will see.
Well, that's a not so subtle way of saying no.
We'll see. I'll see what
So-
John's up to, man. I want to try one of them hot dogs.
So actually, for us, it's if you want to meet in the city, I don't know about John. I'd be willing to, because we would take the train. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. It's at the very tail end of August, beginning of September. It's like in that area.
Yeah. So for us, it's actually I would never drive in Manhattan. Okay. First of all, beyond the traffic. Okay, it's finding parking is almost impossible without paying through the nose.
Yeah,
I remember this was years ago. I was trying to find somewhere to park, and I see $40. I'm like, well, that's not too bad for all day. I pull up, it's $40 a half hour to park there. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. So I go to a little town called Hamilton, New Jersey, and yeah, CIB, you're right. It's not close to Manhattan, Cooperstown. New York is actually a pretty big state. People don't realize because it tends to focus on the 5 boroughs, right? So people think of New York when they talk New York, they're thinking of that area. New York is actually a huge state. So yeah, Cooperstown's about 3 hours, give or take, driving from Manhattan. So it's not close, it's not easy. But if you're, when you get up here, I would definitely recommend going if you're a baseball fan.
Yeah, we're considering it. We're considering that. We're basically thinking for one of the days, just rent a car and drive up there and visit it. But then another idea is to drive to, I think it's in Connecticut, but Louis Burgers or something. Louis Lunch is there, and that's where the birthplace of the hamburger or something like that we want to go to.
Well, let me say this. You do realize you're going to probably one of the most active cities in the world. So how long you be there?
Just shy of a week, I think.
Dude, there's tons to do in the city.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't have to drive out. First of all, let me say, are you staying in Manhattan?
I don't know where the hotel is. I don't know where it is right now. I'm not the one that's bought the hotel, so I don't know.
All right. Well, you know what? Send me a text or an email. Let me know.
Okay.
I'll give you some idea of what you're around, because the 5 boroughs are it's really big. Okay, when you get down to it, the traffic is horrendous. Okay, so you got to remember, you've got Manhattan, you've got Brooklyn, you got Staten Island, you got Long Island, you have the Bronx. So
Queens.
there's a different thing to do in each area. You know, I don't know if you're into Asian food, but believe it or not, Chinatown is not necessarily in Manhattan is not necessarily the best place to get it. The place to get it is actually Flushing, New York. That's the best place. But again, public transportation is not difficult to move around in, but you do kind of have to plan ahead. You know, it's not, you know, getting from one place to the next is you kind of have to have a plan. You don't want to catch taxi. That's expensive at best. But there's tons of things to do. Museums, sites to see, the Empire State Building.
There's tons, and there's way too much for the time that we're going to be there. The main reason why we're going is to go see Oasis, which is like one of my favorite bands of all time. I've never gotten to see them. They've reunited. They got 2. I'll be at
where are they playing?
They're playing at where the Jets play. What is that? The Meadowlands or something like that?
Yeah.
MetLife Stadium or something like that?
Yeah. Well, that's where the Mets play.
No, the Mets play at Citi Field.
Yeah, you're right. What did you say? Jets, right?
Yeah, I think the Jets play there, right? MetLife. I think the Jets, maybe the Giants. Do they play at the same place?
Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah, so I'll actually be in Jersey because that's technically in Jersey. So,
well, yeah, that is in Jersey. East Rutherford is where you're going to be. So you staying there? Is that where you're staying?
I think we're staying in New York. I think, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I can tell you right away. How much is it costing you a night?
I don't know that either.
All right.
The guy I'm going with works for the hotel chain, so it's a severely discounted rate.
Okay, so he gets discount because guess what? In the city, as opposed to across the bridge in Jersey, huge difference.
We might be staying in Jersey. I'm not 100% certain.
So probably Secaucus if you want to be close to the stadium, I would think. But yeah, dude, it's just a train ride over. It's Secaucus. You can take the subway into the city.
Yeah, we're gonna be in New York because I got a bunch of YouTube friends that live in New York, and my buddy Joe Corallo, who is an editor for you guys as well, lives there. So we're all gonna hang out. Cool. I'm gonna eat pizza. I'm gonna eat hot dogs. All that fun stuff.
Me too. I do, my friend. The $85 bundle is the DF mystery box. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. So let me know if you want one, make 2. I'm going to pencil you in. If you do, yeah, let me know. So I'm penciling you in. If you don't, let me know, and I'll cross you out. So, dude, you're like right around the corner. Nick goes up for meetings all the time. When he has meetings in New York, he doesn't stay. We're not far. We're 2 hours away, one way to drive. The train takes a little bit longer. So, yeah, I drive to Hamilton, park there for like $7 for the whole day, hop on the New Jersey Transit train, get off at Penn Station, and you're in the city. And you move around.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know all the deets the more I learn. And so, yeah, we'll see if we can figure something out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd be willing. John may be willing. Come out and see you, man, up in the city.
Heck yeah, man, that'd be
John
fun.
Probably knows the best place to eat because John knows that stuff. So I know some places. It's impossible not to know some places in Manhattan to eat. You'd have to be deaf, dumb, and blind. Okay, it's impossible. But he'll be able to tell us a really good place to eat.
Oh, I'm certain. I'm sure he knows where all the best beer is too. So that's cool too.
Yeah, it's just expensive, dude.
Oh, I bet.
New York is so expensive.
I'm not looking forward to spending the money that it's going to take to survive there for a while.
All right. So make 2. Just give me a heads up on that if you want a mystery box or not. It is $85, buddy. No, TJ, New Jersey Transit has its own problems. Trust me. One problem, believe it or not, and this might be kind of morbid, but let's see. All right, so you want mostly Marvel. Okay, gotcha, mate, 2. I will see what we can do. Can't promise, but we will try to lean it towards Marvel. The problem in New Jersey Transit, so the tracks are super old. But one thing that seems to, like if you commute, it's happened a few times when I was commuting, we get jumpers. People jump in front of the train to commit suicide, and that just freezes up that line because they only have the one track through. Okay.
That's terrible. Is that like a common occurrence?
It can be.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah, when it goes bad. So, there's so much traffic, it's impossible to stop a train. It's not to say it's easy to get on the tracks, but it's not exactly very hard either. So you get that, the train hits someone, they have to stop the train, you're stuck there. Yeah, it's happened to me. You can be stuck 2-3 hours. CIB, you're talking about New York on the platforms. Yeah, doesn't normally happen. I will say this, Robbie. If you take the subways, which you probably will, back against the wall, bro. Don't actually touch the wall because it's kind of gross. But back against the wall while you're waiting for the train. Don't step up until the train has reached the platform, the station, and past you. Then you come off the wall.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because you got some real crazy. Just walk by and push over. It happens all the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry. You're my friend. I'm just trying to.
Everybody's gonna be like, "Rise, Robbie!" Like Spider-Man clinging to that wall back there.
No, don't turn your back, dude. Back against the wall, not touching though, because the wall's gross. Okay, but not touching though. Just with your back against the wall, not enough to fit a whole human being between you and the wall. Without
I'll keep
touching.
that in mind.
Okay. So it's CIB. I know I'm scared of them, right? Just being safe, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's break time.
So Preston, Jersey has its own transit system. So that's a problem. The system is so old. Like Amtrak coming from Baltimore and going to New York uses the same track as New Jersey Transit. So it's a hot mess. Marcus, you don't need to put your money in the sock. They're onto that. So actually, the safest place to put in your underwear, but I'm just saying. Okay, just saying, man. Just giving you the info that you need, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but definitely let us know what your plans are, man. Love to see you, bro, in person for once. All right, so we got to take our last and final break. Yeah, you have to take the train. There's no way around it. Triple B, unfortunately, no new books this week as we're trying to work out all the distribution issues, obviously with Diamond Gone. Because CIB. So hopefully, I think Amy, I'll find out from Amy. She has a date. It is in July though, but I'll ask her again. She told me, but I forgot. All right. So hang out. We'll be right back, and we'll get to back issues, and then you know what? The surprise when we get back. All right. So hang out.
The limit is the sky with no glass ceiling. But if the shoe fits, feel free to walk jump in it. You can catch me in the sky with no flight attendants, or either in the coop, but the roof is not attendant. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back. I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward. I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that. I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it. Rap hitting, I button up Benjamin. I'm not like them, my cloth was cut different. For those that are listening, please know that I never backpedal, nah, never that. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back. I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward. I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that. I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right, we're back. All right, Jay, we're going to skip right to the Red Sonja card pack. All right, so once again, Mariano was cleaning his desk, and he found a one pack. So I figured it would be fun to have a one pack on. All right, it is sealed. Okay, so let me hold it up. Marvel fan, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us, man. All right. So we have one pack. There it is. All right, camera focus. It is sealed. Preston. Best offer starting at 1. So let me get that down. Preston starting us off at 1.
Triple B at 5.
Oh, hold on. All right, so let me make sure I get the progression. Preston was at 1. Triple B is at 5.
Preston at 6 now.
Uh-oh. All right. And Preston's at 6. All right. There we go. Have some fun with this. So I hope to bring more cards as they become available to me to sell.
Yeah,
All
very
right.
cool.
So Preston is at 6. Gotcha, buddy. All right, so I'm going to leave that open until right the very end, and then we'll revisit, and then we'll give best and final when we get there. All right, so if anybody else is interested, I try looking. I don't really know. It doesn't. It should say on the pack, but it doesn't. All right, so let me see. What I can tell you is this. There is a complete set of 72 cards in each sealed 36 count display box. So I'm guessing, let's see. So 72. So let's see. So I guess 2. Does that make sense? Because if there are 36 packs in a box, right? And there's 72 cards in a set,
And you're
one
guaranteed
box,
to get the set in the box, right?
What's that? Yeah, you're supposedly guaranteed a complete set in the box. So yeah, I guess there are 2 cards. Feels about right. Like 2. CJ. All right, so there you go. All right, so all right, we'll leave that open until the end of the show. We will. I'll see if we have enough time. Let's do the back issues real fast. All right, so first up, I can't believe this has not been sold. This may be no. There is no gum. Easy go easy. All right, RoboCop number 1. I can't believe this is still here. It's an 8.0. Got this one for 10.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. RoboCop's one of the greatest films in American cinema history.
I would agree. I would totally agree.
So
All
good.
right.
Such a good movie.
Then we have Avengers number 142. It's 7.0 to a 7.5. And we have that for 10. Then we have Avengers number 149. It's a 9.0. And we have this one for 10.
Back when we thought killer whales were scary, before Free Willy.
And then we have Fantastic Four number 212. Second appearance of Terax. It's a 9.0. And we have this for 20.
Very Michelangelo inspired cover right there, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. All right. Then we have Batman the Red Death number 1, 4th print variant. It's 9.6. And we have that for 10.
Out of all of the Dark Knights one-shots that introduced the darkest knights or whatever, the evil versions of other heroes as Batman, the Red Death was first, the most under-ordered. It was always the most sought after.
All right. Then we have the Mighty Thor number 390. Captain America wields Mjolnir. It's 6.0 to a 6.5. And we've got this for $5.
Rex, I believe the hammer is pronounced moi moi.
You're an ass. I don't like heel Robbie. I like nice Robbie. All right. Still water.
By the power of moi moi.
Still not saying it. Captain America wields the hammer. How about that? Stillwater number 1. First print. It's a 9.6. I got that for $15.
Stillwater was a really cool book. It's a town where nobody ages. It was a really cool book that would make an excellent show. Somebody's got to do something with it.
All right. And then Detective Comics number 1050 with the trading card cert on the back. I should probably show it to you. Is Gabriel Del Otto, WonderCon 2022 exclusive. And they are numbered. The cert, which is a card, is numbered number 538 of 1,000. It's 9.6 to a 9.8. And we've got it for $35. All right, so
that's a dope cover, man. I know Del Otto is a pretty dope artist, but this is awesome. This is really cool.
So it is. It is an absolutely amazing cover.
Yeah, Batman's jumping in doing a jackknife at the pool.
And this is the card that comes with it, which is also a cert, a COA. All right. So let's do a full Rex cap because I know we had some people join us late. All right. So the giveaway of the night. First, got to acknowledge Ron Shepard for coming by he's not in the room tonight, but he left fragrances or cologne, now whatever you want to call it, that he made. So apparently there are places where you can make your own scents or whatever. So he gave me, Nick, and Amy a set, and he left us 2 sets actually for everyone in the group. All right. So that is a giveaway from Ron Shepard, and that same hashtag that's being given away tonight. And then, of course, the comic of the night is Fantastic Four, number 587, signed by Rick Magyar. And hashtag is, as always, EXP Monday, all lowercase. It's weird, buddy. Happy birthday, man. Have a good night, bud.
Happy birthday, bruh.
All right. And then we have the DF mystery.
Can't believe he made it to 83. Eddie.
No one likes Seal Robbie. All right. 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 virgin, 1 sign, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed. And as always, we got it for $85. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt number 1 with cell cover. MSRP of $149.99, and we have for $65. Then we have X-Men number 1 with Juggernaut, cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we have Savage Wolverine number 1 with Electro cover sketch by Jessica Court. MSRP of $149.99. Then we have that for $65. Then Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War number 1 with Batgirl cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP $149.99, and we got that for $65. Then we have Flash number 1 facsimile with Reverse Flash cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99. And we got that for $65. Then Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1 with Superman and Supergirl cover sketch by Tracy Medina. Just a retail of $149.99. And we've got that for $65. Then Dazzler number 1 with Dazzler cover sketch by Ken Hazer. MSRP of $149.99. And we have that for $65. Then Justice League number 1 with Crypto cover sketch by Ken Hazer. MSRP of $149.99, and we have that for $65. Then the blanks. Walking Dead number 150 blank. Have that for $5. Lord of the Jungle number 1 blank. Have that for $4. I have one more X-Men number 1 blank cover. And I have that for $5. Betty Boop number 1 blank cover. Have that for $5. Savage Tales 1-shot blank. Have that for $5. Then let's see. Flash Gordon number 1 blank. Have that for $3. Doctor Who number 1 blank. It's the 11th Doctor. Have that for $5. I have 3 of those. Green Lantern number 1 blank. I have 2 of these, and I have those for $5. Then Action Comics number 1000 blank. Got that for $5. G.I. Joe number 7 blank. Have that for $5. The Shadow and Batman number 1 blank. I've got that for $5. Thundercats Lost number 1 blue blank. Got that for $5. Then we've got Darkwing Duck number 1 purple blank. Have that for $5. Then we had 3 that did not make the list because I got them late in the day. High demand ones, Black Cat. Have this one for $30. Then Star Wars Princess Leia, number 1. Have that for $10. I have multiples of these if you want more than one. Then Jeff the Land Shark, number 1. And I've got this for $5. let's see. Then we've got the back issues, I think. Yeah, we do. All right. So then we have RoboCop #1. It's an 8.0. We have that for 10. Avengers number 142, 7.0 to 7.5. Have that for 10. Avengers number 149. It's 9.0, and you have that for 10. And then Fantastic Four number 212, second appearance of Terrax. 9.0, we have that for 20. Then Batman the Red Death #1. It's a 9.6, fourth print variant. We have that for 10. And then the Mighty Thor number 390. Captain America wields hammer, the hammer. 6.0, 6.5. Have that for 5. Stillwater #1. 9.6, and we have that for 15. Detective Comics number 1050 with trading card. CERT, COA, Gabriel Del Otto, WonderCon exclusive to 2022 exclusive. It is number 538 of 1,000. It's 9.6 to 9.8. Have that for 35. Oh, 3 more. I forgot. Sorry, my bad. Then we have Batman movie one shot, 1989 movie adaptation. It's a prestige format. It's a 9.4, and I've got this for 5.
If you're a fan of that Batman 89 movie and you don't have this in your collection, you deserve to have it. Beautiful Jerry Ordway artwork.
And it's $5, people. All right, so now I have 2 things that I forgot to get to. So the first is we got 2 mystery bundles. The first is July 4th mystery bundle. It's 21 comics, and this one is $40. $2 a pop plus 1 extra for free. CIB, you got it.
It's a great pickup. You will not be disappointed.
They are not all Mannix, Marcus. All right. Then I have the Marvel Mystery Bundle. Also 21 comics. This one I've got for $1 each, and 1 extra is a freebie. So this 21 comics is $20.
Oh, very cool for Marvel heads.
Where's Becky Bate when you need her? CIB. Yep, you sure can, buddy. Let's see. CIB. Red Sonja. Gotcha, buddy. You got it. All right. So 2 bundles. Let me know if anyone's interested. All right. So then we have the Red Sonja trading card pack. This is a best offer, and Preston is at a high offer at 6. So how much time we got left? All right, we're gonna put a minute clock on this. All right. So if I don't see anybody jumping in a minute, then the winner is going to be our buddy Preston. So hold on, let me see. All right, timer. We're gonna go 1 minute. All right, here we go. Yeah, Lord of the Jungle, you got it, CIB. I got you, bud. All right, here we go. Let's see who takes this one.
Looks like Preston might get away with it for $6.
I think so. All right, 20 seconds left.
Yep, he sure is.
All right. All right. Nobody jumped in. So Preston
gets it.
Congrats, buddy.
Way to go.
All right. There we go. Preston is the winner. All right, cool. All right, the giveaways. All right, so first up, we're going to give away the comic, the FF number 587, signed by Rick Magyar. All right, go ahead and spin that for us, Jay, if you would.
Good luck, everybody.
Brian LCS, congrats, bro.
Awesome. Brian's the guy that puts on the CBC Awards. That's pretty cool.
Brian, do me a favor. There is a submission form pinned at the top of the chat. If you could fill that out so we know where to send the book for you, bud.
It's also in the description of the video.
There you go. Thank you, Jay. All right, so now the giveaway from our buddy Ron Shepard. All right, it is the cologne, the fragrance, if you will. And the winner of that is Steve Vendetta. All right. All right, so there we are. All right, so I will be back on Wednesday. Oh, so new books, Dynamite books. We will have new books starting July 9th, okay? So that show is going to be mostly Dynamite books, I'm thinking, that Monday, because usually when we don't release new books, we got a herd of them. So that show will probably be all Dynamite books with the exception of a few sketch covers.
Yeah, I was very, very excited to hear the news of Dynamite going over to Lunar. So now we'll get our Dynamite books on a regular basis again. I'm very excited.
It's been kind of a pain, I know, people.
I'm sure that calms things down over there for y'all a little bit once it all gets going.
Yes, it does. All right, so Robbie, the movie again is
Bad Times at the El Royale, a great film with a great cast. I cannot wait to have what's going to be a great discussion tonight on Pop Culture Philosophers Movie Night.
All right, so that's 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
8 p.m. Central, right?
Yep, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific.
There you go. So on PCB, so check it out. So, oh God. All right, so other than that, Jay, what else is going on tonight?
So at the same time, keep another tab open. We're going to have second shift lunch with Kyle and myself. Kyle's been doing these bundles where he doesn't name them, but it's a riddle. Like it's the way he describes the bundles. It's fun. It's fun, but sometimes I'm like, how did you even make that jump? But we'll be doing that, and then at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, come back and watch Best Coast Comics. They're going to be going over. They went to Washington SummerCon. So cool. They're going to be recapping that. And Bronze Age Nerd actually hosted a panel. I think he got to talk to Dan Slott and a couple other folks. So he's real excited to talk about that.
Very cool. All right. So I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the 1 hour show. As always, appreciate you guys. Robbie, thank you. Jay, as always, thank you. Thank you, Ron. Yes, Marcus, fill out your forms. So Amy doesn't get upset because I'm the one that deals when Amy gets upset, not you guys. So please fill out your forms. But other than that, as always, I appreciate this group. I appreciate you guys, everyone in the group. Thank you for being here. And see you guys Wednesday, man. And I hope the heat dome lifts soon. It's supposed to be Thursday. God, I hope so. It is so hot out. All right. So be good. Peace.